Hey guys, this is Lauren with OG, and I am coming at you with June's Nerd Block. Yes, you heard that right. It's June's Nerd Block. June's. This has not been sitting on my shelf. I have not put off unboxing it. I literally just got this today. Now, Nerd Block has been having some issues for a little while now with all the blocks, and it's always excuse after excuse. I'm happy I got it. I'm happy they issued a public apology, but there was barely any communication, and I don't even think the junior blocks have shipped. I don't think the horror blocks have shipped. I only know that the classic blocks, which is this, and the sci-fi blocks have shipped. I'm not even sure if their little birthday blocks have shipped yet. So if you're waiting on an art block, I am sorry. Now, I have already spoiled myself for this. They aren't doing the magazine, among other things. So they sent out spoiler cards via email, and I was underwhelmed. I looked at every box, and I was underwhelmed. And some people have reported not even getting what they were supposed to get. So this month's theme, not this month's, last month's theme was badass women. So I'm going to open this up for y'all, give you a first look in. Get some look at that. Alright. First, we have a Bombshells vinyl figure. Now, I think this is pretty cool. I like the Bombshells. I think they're adorable, and the little tiny figures are fantastic. I'd be happy to add it to my collection. I'm going to give it to my husband, who is actually sitting off camera this time, to open it up.
Role reversal.
Role reversal. Next, it looks like we have a poster. In this poster, it's exclusively drawn and printed for Nerd Block.
Oh, good.
It is the ladies of DC in a modern sort of setting. See?
Harley!
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It is pretty neat. I kind of like Harley as Marilyn Monroe, but it's another DC product. Which is okay, but you'll see why I'm kind of about this.
Can I help, Mama?
Next, we have a DC Bombshells keychain. I'm happy for Wonder Woman products. I'm happy for Bombshell comics, but we already got a Bombshell product, so it seems kind of redundant, even though it's a different use. Tim's having problems opening up the little... Oh no. The box came kind of squished. Okay. Yeah, he's having issues opening up that little Bombshell vinyl. But next we have a Wonder Woman clock.
Whoa.
This is probably my favorite thing that they advertise.
This was a pain in the arse to open. But,
It's a little clock like this.
what is that?
It is a Wonder Woman clock.
Oh, that is nice. I actually like that.
The stand is not very sturdy. It wobbles.
Wobbles a little bit.
But if you put it up against the wall, it should be fine. I'm not sure if the others are like this or if it's just mine. But looking at the spoiler card, this is my favorite. And I know my daughter Autumn is going to probably steal this because the vinyl was Harley.
Harley!
Little Harley.
Yeah, Tommy, you can't have it.
No, Tommy, you can't have it. This will be Autumn's. I love Harley too, but you gotta raise them right. Here you go, sweetie.
Thank you, Mommy.
Okay.
Aw.
Next, we have the shirt. And I'm actually quite pleased with the shirt. If you know anything about the Kevin Smith world, this is pretty cool. But it doesn't really fit with the theme. Now, this is my first classic block. The last one I got was a junior girls block, and it's obviously different. I don't know if the shirts are supposed to fit the themes, but it just seems kind of out of place, I guess. And they said they weren't sending out a magazine, but I got the magazine. So, maybe some people did and some people didn't. I'm happy to get the magazine. Got a little bit of Buffy in there.
Ooh, Buffy.
Buffy, yeah. And they are doing, it looks like something called a Valor block for you Army vets or who are currently in the Army or know someone who is in the Army, like my husband. Now, my issues with this box, except for the t-shirt, it was a DC box. For me, it doesn't represent badass women. We could have had Game of Thrones. We could have had Marvel. I know it's kind of putting together DC and Marvel, but there's plenty of badass women in the Marvel universe, too. Even video games. There are so many badass women in video games, in TV. It's just a giant letdown. I like the stuff that I got. Was it worth a subscription? I'm not sure. I would say that it was. As much as I like the Bombshell stuff and the Wonder Woman stuff and even the t-shirt and the poster is pretty cool. My daughter will probably get that too, just because it's more fitting with her age. I'm not saying that people can't like it, but I think she would get more use out of it. I think it would be cool to have her grow up and have that print there for her. And I'm honestly underwhelmed. I'm even more underwhelmed actually getting it in person. I will probably be canceling my NerdBlock subscription and not doing any more. And this really disappoints me because I did want to do the gamer blocks. I wanted to do the comic block. Autumn really enjoyed the junior girls block that she got, but even this time around, the junior girls and junior boys had mostly the same items. And what's the point if you're going to get mostly the same items? What's the point of doing a boys and girls box? It doesn't compute to me. I mean, they should have just called this a badass DC women box and just been done with it. I was really hoping for more. I was hoping for video game nods, like I said, TV, Game of Thrones, something, books. There are so many badass women. There could have been, I mean, even gone to Hunger Games, Katniss, books. It's just...
Court of Wings and Ruin.
Well, that's young adult. Court of Wings and Ruin, that's ACOTAR, young adult fiction, but still, I mean... There's just so much more that could have been done with this box, and I don't know if the stuff was just for future boxes that was thrown in, or if this was actually what was planned, but I can see why people have been disappointed. I will be keeping an eye on NerdBlock just to see if things improve, if they get their act together, if this was just a two-time thing, because I know May's box didn't arrive until June for a lot of people, and July is going to be delayed because they are going to start shipping them right after they finish shipping all of the classic blocks. And that can be, they said, from the 10th to the 20th, look for tracking changes, so there might be some people out there who are still waiting on their classic block, and I know there's a whole slew of people who are still waiting on other blocks. It's just a disappointment. I don't like to rag on geeky companies. I love these subscription boxes. We subscribe to multiple subscription boxes, both book and nerd. I normally give them all to Tim, but since I was the one who dealt with the correspondence or lack thereof with NerdBlock, and the waiting and the checking up on Facebook and seeing that they cut off all contact with people on Facebook, I felt like this was kind of my video to make, even though I'm happier off camera, being the ambiance for Tim, essentially, and doing the research. I
do have thoughts on what I'd like to continue.
Okay, I'm going to finish up and I'm going to let Tim take over, but I do have to say that so far we've been fairly pleased with Geek Fuel. I know there have been some issues with Loot Crate from a few of the guys, so I'm not sure if we're going to continue after Tim's subscription runs out with that, even though there's a lot of cool stuff with that.
It depends on what September's is going to be.
But I know there are a lot of other nerdy subscription boxes out there, and I would like to try one of each just to see. I know Loot Crate's a big one, and Geek Fuel's pretty big.
We are not canceling Geek Fuel.
Okay, we're not canceling Geek Fuel, so you can always count on Tim for those unboxing videos.
Mm-hmm. I like the Steam games, the T-shirts. They actually give more per box. This,
I don't feel like this was worth the amount paid for it.
Absolutely
I feel
not.
like even though it fit the theme, it was kind of thrown together.
Fit the theme. This is Jay and Silent Bob.
I
mean, the box is supposed to be badass women.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I like the shirt.
The shirt's nice, but
it doesn't.
You offered a theme.
Again, this is my first classic block, so I'm not sure if it's like that for all of them. But it just seems kind of off to offer a shirt that doesn't fit with the theme whenever other companies offer shirts with the theme. And my box came a little beat up too, so maybe that has to do with why the clock. No, that was a Freudian slip. Maybe that's why the clock box was a little bit beat up and the clock's kind of wobbly. But I'm going to get out of the way and let Tim take over for final thoughts.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry the visual quality in this video just plummeted. I understand. Okay, Nerd Block, help me out here. You actually went out of your way to say that this box was called Badass Women. You had problems getting shirts. This was the reason why you took so long, and the reason why we got this box a whole month late.
But it was like this across the board for all the blocks, which seems kind of crazy to me. Like, surely there had to have been something along the way, considering Nerd Block has a shirt business.
Exactly. And
Shirt punch.
So help me out here. Like, were you just trying to get a shirt, any shirt to throw in here? Like,
don't be hating on Jay and Silent Bob. Okay?
I love Jay and Silent Bob, but they aren't badass women.
There are a few badass women in the Kevin Smith universe, though.
I know, and they usually kick their asses. So I guess it's like, is this what we're trying to go with here? Like, Wonder Woman kicking Kevin Smith and Jay and Silent Bob's ass? I mean, I don't get it. But either way, I mean, it's just, if you're gonna offer a theme, stick with it. And the logistics, as someone who did logistics in the Army, this is unacceptable. Get it together, Nerd Block. I mean, I'm not going to bother with your business again if this is what I'm getting when the theming is completely off.
They did communicate, but for the most part, they were completely AWOL. They were just overwhelmed with people realizing, oh, hey, my block hasn't shipped yet. What's going on? And that's how it started with me. Like, oh, well, it was supposed to have shipped 2 days ago, and I still haven't gotten a tracking update.
People were opening May's Nerd Block this time last month. Like, it's unacceptable. And get it together, Nerd Block. That's all I got to say.
We want to see you succeed. We don't ever want to see anything nerdy fail, ever.
But given timing, I'm docking you for the off-theme shirts. I'm giving this box a low C-, almost a D.
I would give it a solid C personally.
C-, simply because the content was there, except the shirt.
The print is good. It was redundant to give 2 bombshell products that could have been switched, maybe with a Game of Thrones mini Funko.
Like, if you're going to give me badass women, Game of Thrones is this weekend. Give me Dany Targaryen, for God's sakes.
And the clock, however cool it is, and however much I love it, is quite flimsy. Again, I don't know if that's an issue on how it was packaged for me, or if it's across the board, but
it's totally incomplete. This box looks like it was randomly thrown together by some DC mark, and it was just like, there's no variety in this box. It's all DC, all of it.
And 3 out of the 4 products, not counting the T-shirt, have Wonder Woman either on them or are Wonder Woman themed.
Yeah. And guess what, Nerd Block? You're a month too late for Wonder Woman. It's been in theaters now for 3 weeks now?
I have to say, the February, when we ordered February for the junior girls block, it was good. It was good.
And don't get me wrong, I like the products in here, but give me some variety. Would you like to say something?
Yes.
You got food on your face.
Hello. Yes, I do have food on my face. I'm so sorry.
And,
You had
it's
to
kind of hard to
experience
knock on DC when she's wearing DC pajamas.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this would be great for her. I mean, she would love these bombshells. She loves the Harley.
She'll keep the vinyl, and we'll frame the print for her room.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, yeah, I mean, she's a preteen now. She's about to enter those years of teenagerism.
And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna wear this shirt. It's a pretty awesome shirt.
I'm going to wear that shirt.
You always wear my block shirts. I don't get that, but that's why I give you this C-. What do you want to say?
Honestly, Nerd Block, I think you guys could do better. Like, this is just me saying it. I'm not trying to be offensive, okay? I love y'all's company. You guys do so well. It's just, you guys kind of need to bring your A game, not your D game.
Yeah, this is a D game box. This is a D game box. That's really what this is.
Have you been training her?
Yes, I have. She's been paying attention, obviously. And she's obviously right. You guys brought a D game with this. And so, with that said, one more thing. You got one more thing.
For you two, what would you guys say to Nerd Block? A 1 out of 10 for this box?
I give it a 3.
I would give it maybe a 5 or a 6, depending on how I'm feeling that day. The products are good. They're all high quality, except for the clock, which again is kind of flimsy. The print is probably the saving grace because it's exclusive and it's just pretty cool all around. But I don't want to see them fail. There have been rumors about them going out of business, and they haven't mentioned anything about that. And us going on about Nerd Block is why this unboxing video is horrendously long. But I know a lot of Nerd Block subscribers can relate. And if I can find out anything on the block shipping, if you haven't heard anything from Nerd Block, I'll try to post it on the Opinionated Geeks page to keep everyone updated. I know a lot of people are still waiting on the kids blocks, and I would rather the kids blocks have shipped before the classic blocks because kids aren't patient. I can wait, but I hate to know that the kids are waiting.
I understand. Yeah, and to be honest, as far as subscription boxes go, there's way better out there. I love Geek Fuel. I am not canceling that anytime soon. Even Loot Crate is better than this. Even last month's underwhelming Loot Crate box with a Hulk Bowl, which I actually kind of use.
We use it kind of
I use that
almost
more
every day.
I use that more than anything I've ever gotten from Loot Crate. But that being said, even as underwhelming as that box is, it's way better than anything I got in this box. I'm gonna tell you right now.
But a theme for July hasn't been released yet. We're gonna wait and see if there will be one released for August because I'm not sure they're gonna release one for July. If they're going to a mystery grab box, I probably won't subscribe again because I do like knowing themes, so I can pause if there's a fandom I'm not a fan of. But Nerdblock, please, we want to see you do well, and the co-founder said it was a perfect storm of events, and
it seems to be a perfect storm of events every month these past few months.
See, guys, even make Harley happy. Harley's sad.
Please. All right.
Nerdblock, please get it together, please.
And ignore my food face.
And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, like us on Facebook at Opinionated Geeks, follow us on Twitter at 3OpGeeks. And with that said, y'all guys take it easy.